Okay, so now we should be recording as well as streaming. So if I end up posting the VOD, hello VOD, you didn't miss anything. I went to break a rock and broke a pickaxe instead. um, right now I'm just trying to get people to come into the stream and say hi. Got some iron cooking in here. Let's pull that out and replenish. Always replenish. All you missed was I was talking about how I've been thinking about the Great Wall of China lately and how I want to put up kind of like a great wall around this world, and how the world generation for this seed is amazing over there. Just like a really interesting little like kind of wind tunnel, the way it goes through there. Really super neat. And then over here, the way this mountain is like split down the middle by its like just terrain generation, just normal biome gen. Up there, I might clean up a little bit because there's some bits that kind of look, I don't know, a little too tall for the area, and a bit too linear, just kind of a straight line. Not too big a fan of. And I want a wall that's like, that looks big and like grand, and like kind of rolls with the cliffs. If you've ever seen like images of the Great Wall of China, how it kind of goes with the height of the land it's built on, and I want it to be tall but not obstruct the top of the mountains up here. So maybe like from there to there ish, and then it would go back and maybe go a little lower over here so we can still see this really cool formation here. And then of course just around these plains areas, because the idea originally came from, I was just thinking about arrow slits in the Great Wall of China and how cool it looked, and I thought of some way that I could make arrow slits in Minecraft. I'll have to remember what my thought process was for that. But you know, I thought of doing it around this village, because I always do kind of put just some walls around my village just so that mobs can't get in easily, kind of like if you've ever watched any videos from Luke the Notable, highly recommend. He does like 100 days of survival, 100 days hardcore, 100 days of this or that or the other. Yeah, he always does a big wall around his village, and I wanted to do kind of like an homage to that, something grand under that same kind of thesis. But yeah, that's kind of the grand vision. But right now, the small vision is, well, in order to play Minecraft, you need iron and you need coal. So that's what I'm getting into right now. Y level 15, if you don't know, is the best for iron, and coal is just, the higher up you can be, the better. So preferably for coal, you'd be mining in a mountain, but that's just a pain. And you get enough coal from mining at iron level, so yeah, once I've got enough iron that I feel like I'm good for a while, I'm going to, of course, go down to diamond level. And for the most part, at diamond level, I mean, that should sustain your iron needs after you've got your bulk iron. So that's kind of my vision for the game right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some torches going. Yeah, coal is a very limited resource on my world right now. But again, I mean, I just started, so I don't know. Don't laugh at me. And it's kind of on me for sprinkling so many torches around this village, but I like having safe villagers, and I like having a wide lit up area that I can kind of run around, do my farming on, raise my cows. Oh, speaking of which, I should do some farming and raise some cows, huh? I'm a big cow farmer in Minecraft. All the way up until I can get like a big villager breeder and trading hall. That's when I switch to, golden carrots. But that's so far down the line of this brand new world. I wish I could have, oh my goodness, I wish I had my recording on when I first found this world, but that was quite a few months ago. I've had some time away from my gaming PC. When I first found this world, though, and I came over to this area, perfect village next to like the most beautiful landscapes. Oh my goodness, I must have squealed with excitement. It was. I mean, I can remember it vividly. I was like, yeah, this is the world that I'm gonna want to play on for a long time. But I mean, time just kind of passed, and I didn't have access to any kind of video games for a little bit. But I'm back. Very exciting for me. I think I went too far. That doesn't look like it. Ah, there we are. I put a marker right here. A big F for iron. And then later I'll probably put a C at diamond level, because I'm going with marking them by the element that makes them up, the name of the element, as opposed to the like colloquial name. So Fe for iron, C for carbon and diamonds, which, you know, C would also be for carbon and coal, but again, I'm planning on mining for coal at the same level as iron. And you'll see, I mean, mining at level 15, you'll get iron pretty quickly. I am much bigger of a fan of strip mining than I am spelunking. I hate going in caves. If you played with me before, then you know this. Looking at you, Noah, older brother Noah, is a big cave diver. He will stop what he's doing when he's bored and go find a big dangerous cave to go die in. Which I get it. I mean, it's fun and everything, but it's stressful to me. I find it very, very stressful. And to quote, I want to say Hank Green said it, being more stressed has never made my life better. And that's pretty fair. Right now I've been very stressed already with real life because I'm looking for a good job. Oh my goodness. Impossible to find a good job. I mean, it's my own fault for being underexperienced and undereducated. I'm taking a gap year off of college just because it was getting more expensive than it was useful, unfortunately. But it's so hard to find a good entry-level job because I don't want to just keep going in food service forever, because while food service is nice and fun, I need to start leveling up my portfolio and getting that experience. See what I'm saying about this iron, by the way? I've gone, like 20 blocks liberally, and I'm just already at half a stack. Pretty nice. So yeah, Y level 15 if you want that. But no, I mean, it's something else looking for a job with minimal experience. I mean, I know I'm not exactly treading new water here. In real life, in Minecraft, I am treading new water. But no, I mean, everyone talks about the catch-22 of need a job to get experience, need experience to get a job. Boy, have I been feeling that lately. Been on LinkedIn. Shout out LinkedIn. Thank you for nothing at the moment. So far I've found a bunch of, and let me give you this much advice. If a job says commission only salary, just go ahead and keep scrolling. Ooh, what was that? A little notification. Oh, thank you for following, MG Sadti. Type in chat, say hello. I've been waiting for some more people to join. Yeah, if you just got here, I'm talking about how I've been finding it impossible to find a job, and if it says commission only pay, go ahead and skip past, because either A, it's a job that pays commission only and you don't want that, or B, it's a flat pyramid scheme. I mean, because that's how they do in those pyramid schemes, is they give you whatever they're trying to sell, and then and that's another one to look out for, is like, ooh, as soon as you get trained up, then you'll become the team leader and the hiring manager. And it's like, oh, so you're saying you want me to come on, or if they say they pay you for the amount of people you hire. I mean, look, you get hired, you get paid to hire 2 more people, who get paid to hire 2 more people, who get paid to hire 2 more people. You see the freaking pyramid, don't you? So if they say they're paying you to hire other people, don't do it, unless it's like hourly pay to be an HR representative hiring that. That's a real job. But I guess that's a big thing you can do, is look for the signs of a real job. A real job pays you. A real job doesn't ask for money. And because that's another one, they'll go, ooh, you'll pay us this much for the onboarding process, and then this much for new leads, and this much for this, and this much for this. And it's like, you know, if you've ever had a job, sometimes you'll have to pay for your own like certification. But if you've ever had a job where like maybe there's a food handlers or something, usually they'll cover most of, if not all of it. And then from there, I mean, most of the time they'll even have you come in and do your training paid before you ever have to do a food handlers, or maybe they'll take it out of your first paycheck. But if before you ever see an hour of work, before you even get your official like onboarding packet, they're saying pay for this, pay for that, drop in a little bit of money here, do the training here. That's not a job you want necessarily. I mean, I'm sure there are exceptions to the rule, but it's kind of like if you know anything about acting and theater and stuff, the advice of your agent should never ask you for money up front. It's that kind of thing. Your employer's going to make money off of you. That's how the world works. You know, they're not paying you 100% of what you make for the company. But if they're asking you for money out of your pockets, you don't want that job. What did I come up here for? Cook some iron? I was talking big game about how you're going to find coal at iron level. Boy, am I getting embarrassed right now, huh? Not one lick of coal. I do need some, I need an axe. Oh. Need an axe to cut down wood. Need wood to make an axe. Just like what I was talking about, the experience stuff. I just burnt all my wood into charcoal so I could make more torches back before the camera was on. Now, being unemployed has been more stressful than having a job ever was. Which, you know, I've got all my stuff taken care of. I knew I was going to be unemployed for a little bit. My contract with my last employer just ended. But, man, I forgot what it's like to... I mean, it's just stressful because there's always going to be things that take money away from you. It's such a stressor to have things taking money from you and nothing giving you money back, which I'm sure everyone knows about, but it's been weighing on me lately. And recently, this is my new place. Hello, welcome. It's barren at the moment. Completely, I mean, there's some boxes, but no furniture or anything yet. Kitchen and bathroom are set up because those are the things you need to live. But the living room, it's on the way. I mean, we're not going to just not have a living room forever. We've got plans for a couch. Reached out to some people about helping us to afford some nice bookshelves. Because bookshelves, more replaceable than a couch. But I'm picturing... Here, let me see if I'm pointing at the right place here. Here, oh, hello. Here, hello. Here and here. Can we see my fingers? There we go. There we go. Here and here. Going up some bookshelves, if you can picture what I'm talking about. Just some bookshelves on the background here. I think that will be a good background for, just forward-facing bookshelves here on either side of me with all of our nice books and decorations and everything going up. And then it's going to be a couch right here. Yeah, there we go. Couch right here, and entertainment set up later right here. It's going to be nice, but it would be crazy if I was already moved in talking about, oh, I don't have a job yet and I'm losing money because couch gonna cost money, bookshelves gonna cost money, entertainment system. I don't even need an entertainment system, honestly. I've got my little PC set up over here for Minecraft, and why are there a growing number of villagers in my cow pen? Where are you guys coming from? Let me feed the cows again. But no, if y'all have any tips on like cheap furniture stores, well, not cheap, still quality, but cheap has that bad. How about affordable? If y'all have any ideas of affordable furniture stores or bookshelf solutions, stuff like that, hit me up, because I'm in the market. I'm in the marketplace. Marketplace is a good one. Facebook Marketplace. Worried about bed bugs though, because I hate any kind of bugs, and I love any kind of bed. But you put those two things together, and it does not make something I like more than bugs. It makes something I hate more than beds. So yeah, I've been a little scared to go the used sofa, used furniture route for that reason. Man, I'm not getting any coal out of this. I might need to go spelunk in this cave that's this way. But we'll see about it. Again, if anybody's watching, type in chat. You'll absolutely make my day if you do. Just kind of streaming for fun right now I've done about all I can do for the job search today. When I tell you I'm applying to just about every work from home position I can. I'm having a family member touch up my resume right now. He's an expert on the hiring process. So I'm asking him to touch up my resume, and then if I don't hear back from any of these very nice places that I applied to online, then I'm going to start expanding my research from remote only to some actual nearby places where I can work. And I'm even going to, I was just saying a minute ago that I don't like, or that I don't want to do food service anymore, because I need a field that I can, kind of grow into and keep some rapport in. But if it ends up being food service, it'll end up being food service. I just need some money so I can finish my degree. I don't even know what I'm going to finish my degree in. I'm considering English education and theater, which are all kind of, in a kind of a similar vein. I think English will probably be the best route to take, because once you get into English, you can teach English, and if you teach English, I don't know if any of you have ever taken theater, but your English teacher is either going to be your biggest fan of theater at the school, or is also going to be your theater teacher. Just about every theater teacher I think I've met either was actively teaching English, had taught English in the past, or had in some way aspired to teach English. I don't even see anything useful in this cave. Okay. We're gonna get ourselves down there. That's what I wanted wood for. I was gonna make myself a shield. Honestly, well, I'm not gonna say that. What if Mojang's listening? Who am I kidding? The shield is... the shield needs to be more expensive than it is. The shield is way too good to be just one iron and a bunch of wood. It is... I mean, it blocks like 100% of damage. And of course, if you're surrounded and everything, then... But I guess Minecraft isn't actively trying to kill you. They do everything they can to make it pretty hard to die in this game. Depending. I mean, your heights, your lava, and early on at least creepers are going to be damn near instant death. But I mean, there's ways to accommodate for all of those. You know, elytra and feather falling, fire breathing, or not fire breathing, fire protection, and the potion that they have for fire that makes you not get hot. That one. Fire... something. The fire potion. Anyways, but that's all later on down the line and stuff. But also if you're playing around with... If you're playing with fire, you're going to get burned. If you're jumping from cliffs, you're going to crunch your legs up a little bit. But I think shields are pretty nutty for what they are. I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm going to go in here and there's going to be all sorts of mobs in that cave that have spawned, huh? Which could be good. I think I need some string more than I need anything so that I can get into an actual bow fight with one of those skeletons. Because skeletons have actually... add that to the list of things that'll kill you in this game. Because, man, when you don't have any iron on, they pack a punch. Okay. Zombie skeleton with enchanted bow. Okay. Zombie's gonna follow me up. Zombie dead. Oh, and I don't like creepers. I'm scared. I'm scared. So we're going to go back up and we're going to... What are we going to do? We're going to do nothing. We're going to go down there and face our fears, actually, is what we're going to do. Tell you what, though. Oh, that's right. I'm in Java, not Bedrock. Okay. I might have lied about the shields. Oh, that's right. Java, not Bedrock. Okay. I'm just not even going to mess with it. Not worth it. Not worth it at this moment. That's what I was going to go up and do. I've got enough iron to make myself some armor, and then skeletons are going to go from deadly to I don't know, ouchie still. I mean, they're not exactly going to be my friends. a chest plate, some boots, and a hat. And then we're gonna make our pants. And then toss our helmet back in there, or our iron back in there. And now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling equipped to take on some skeletons. Kind of. Still a little scared. It's been a minute since I played Minecraft, and again, I'm not usually the outgoing type. Let me share my stream with my little brother real quick. And my big brother. Yeah, share it with them. They can come join if they want to. Okay. I'm not scared, 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 I'm not scared. Okay. Cool, that's good. Oh, baby zombie, let's get. Okay. Outflank, 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 and outplay. Okay. Okay, we got there. It's always a baby zombie. It's always a baby zombie. Sorry. No offense to baby zombies out there. But, you know, if I could kill all of you, I would. I hate them. I hate them. Every hardcore world I have ever lost, I feel like, has been debated. Add that to the list of things that kill you. What are we at now? Heights, fire, or lava specifically. Heights, lava, creepers, baby zombies, skeletons. Skeletons early on. I mean, once you get some iron armor on and a shield, they don't do much. Baby zombies, though. Baby zombies they don't care. Baby zombies beat netherite damn near. Why am I going down here and I'm still hungry? Tell you what. What? Okay. I'm just constantly terrified of everything. Constantly struggling. Hey, that's the name of the show. Because I just want my coal. Then I can make more torches. Then I can get more coal to make more torches. Then I can get more coal to make more torches. Welcome to Minecraft. That's how it goes. Okay, we're safe. Oh, and in case you were wondering, no, not playing on hardcore. Just playing like I am. Because I'm a bit of an anxious person. And for some reason that translates into video games. Is that my big bro? Hello, big bro. I'm glad you made it. I know it. I know it. I was just talking about how fucking painful it is looking for a job. When are you going to be in Dallas next? coal. Alright, enjoy Fantastic Four. It's good. Keep up the struggle. That's the name of the game. See, that's a good brother right there. I sent him the little invite to watch me, and he sure did pull out his phone in the middle of a movie theater actively showing a movie. What a fun person. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and send the stream to my mom and dad as well. They might enjoy keeping up with me. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah, sent it to Viva Noah, sent it to Dad, and then we'll see if either of them want to come watch. Alright. Where was I? I really hate spelunking, but I mean, I really wasn't finding any coal. Because normally I should. Well, that is the thing about strip mining for iron as opposed to diamonds. When you're strip mining for diamonds, you'll run into a cave or some water. Like, I mean, you know, every now and again it happens occasionally. More than you'd like, but it happens. When you're strip mining for iron and coal, though, since it's so close to the surface, it's like Swiss cheese up here. There's more caves than there is. There's more caves than there is dirt. Nice. I say nice like I just defeated the damn Ender Dragon. I'm just not. I'm not good at the combat parts of Minecraft. Come back later when I've got my materials and I'm building with them. That's my strong suit. Spelunking and killing skeletons, not as much. Great, 1 iron. No, I'd be curious to see if anybody who does end up watching this, if you guys work from home, what do you do and how much do you like it? Because I'm specifically looking for some work from home positions, but it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. Also, let me know if you watch this on YouTube later. Let me know if you like the full super chatty Minecraft experience of just me talking it up while looking for coal, or if you'd prefer some more like specific, you know, cut to the good stuff. Only put the camera on when things are happening kind of content, you know, a little more cleaned up. If that's what you want, let me know. Otherwise, right now I'm just making what's easy to make, which is nice long form. Let's try and relax from hopefully for all of you guys, a nice long day of doing whatever you do. But hopefully not a long day of looking for work, because looking for work, I've found, is my least favorite thing to do. My mom always says I was looking for a job when I found this one. She says that kind of keep away the fear or stress or anxiety of, ooh, what if I lose my job? But man, I'm starting to realize that looking for a job is just not a nice place to be. Well, because it feels like throughout the process, it feels like no one's helping me. Which, like, not to be spoiled or, I want help, but like, it feels like everyone is actively against me. Like, the people, I'm trying to help employers by giving them, my service in exchange for whatever salary they want to give me. So I feel like I'm going out here going, hey, here's some cookies. Can I get a cup full of flour or something? And they'll take my cookies and they go, and that's it. I don't even know if they're looking at my cookies, man. I don't, because I feel like half the time I put my application out there, it just gets tossed onto the digital stack. And, oh my goodness, it's so what's the word I'm looking for? It's so unencouraging, I suppose I should say, when I spend however much time going, all right, here's me, here's what I do, here's my resume, here's my portfolio. Let me know if it's good enough. And then instead of hearing oh, looks good, or sorry, not what we're looking for, I just get crickets. I did hear back from 2 places, and I'm grateful for that. One place saying, hey, we reviewed your application, not what we're looking for. We appreciate it. That was really nice. And then another one, I got a full interview with them, which during the interview I decided that the job was maybe less legitimate or less ethical than what I'm looking for. And that I told them, oh yeah, I'll probably get back to you guys later, but I'm gonna have to tell them that I'm not interested in that position. And I also had a couple of them, and this is stressful in and of itself, but I had a couple of jobs that had what I imagined to be an automated email that they had sent to me going, oh, thank you so much for applying. Click this link for your video interview. And when I clicked the link, I was expecting it to be like a link to Calendly. I think that's what the service is called. I went up there to build a pickaxe. Whatever. I need a crafting table here anyways. But yeah, I was expecting a link to Calendly where you can go through and like schedule things with employers or other people you work with. Damn, I don't have any iron. To be like, oh hey, here's our available times. Schedule your appointment for your interview, and we'll get back to you. Instead, it was a link to, I think it's called Signal Hire or something. No diss to whatever it was, but it was basically, you go through this website. I should make two. And then have enough for an extra one. But it was, yeah, like I was saying, click this link, go here, and then they ask a question, and then you do like a 3-minute video answer, and you only have a minute to like review the question, so that you can't like crazily prepare an answer or anything. Which, yeah, I mean, to credit the system, it was a lot less stress than being in the room and having the full "I'm Malachi, nice to meet you" and all that stuff, and have like a full minute of "here's the question, oh okay, I can talk about this, oh and I'll say this and I'll say that, that'll make me look good." So in some ways it was a lot less stressful, but in some ways it was, because one of the nice things about the interview is that you're able to kind of gauge like, oh, they liked when I said that. Oh, maybe I'm not quite getting this job. This doesn't seem to be going all that well. But with that, it's like, who's gonna watch these videos? How do I know I'm getting through to any actual person? That's the hardest part about getting a job, is just getting on the phone with them. Once you can get on the phone with them, it's like, the cogs start turning, the machine starts working. But before you're on the phone with them, oh my goodness, I mean, you might as well not even apply. It's stressful. Yeah, that was my experience. One of them, they had me playing like these IQ test games. It wasn't like specifically called an IQ test, but if you've ever taken one of those like broad IQ tests where it's like, just like a series of puzzles to test your, I guess, problem solving, and like pattern recognition is a big one. So the first like kind of IQ test sort of thing that they had me do was, there was a grid. I think it was like 6 by 6, and in the little squares there was either nothing, or there'd be a square, circle, or a triangle of a different color. Damn it, I was right the first time. Whatever. I'll just waste some cobble. But the task was, select the 2 or 3 squares that have the same pattern, and the patterns would get more and more complex, and at a certain point the squares started rotating, and like some of them would be rotating against each other, and some of them would be standing still, and the patterns would be really complex. It sounds like I'm describing an easy task to sound difficult, but it wasn't like I wasn't like breaking a sweat over it or something, but I got more than a fair amount of the questions wrong, either because like it did look like the patterns were the same, or maybe I didn't see that there was a third pattern that was the same, and I missed one. So I ended up finishing that, and I did all right. And then the next one was, it was a game where they'd show a plus or a minus, or a multiplication or a division sign, and it would have like a bunch of numbers, and it would be like, click and they were all random numbers. It would be like 2 to 5 or 3 to 5 random numbers. It would be like, okay, click the numbers in sequence that only using this symbol, multiplication, division, subtraction, whatever, only using this symbol, put the sequence that equals this number. So it would be like a 4, a 3, a 6, and then up here it would be an addition and a 7, and so you would pick 3 and 4 because 3 plus 4 equals 7, but it ended up being like oh, multiplication, which set of numbers multiplying equals 114, and it would be, like a 12, a 3, and a 4, and a 7, and a 16, which, I mean, that's a pretty easy example, but it would be things like that. And I guess what really made it difficult was the time limit kind of stressed me out. So instead of just common sense looking at them and being like, oh, and some of them, again, were bordering on difficult. It was basic math. It's not like they were, I don't know, asking me to do, I don't know, like memorize the unit circle and do calculus or whatever. But it was just a strange interview. I've never been interviewing for a job before, and firstly been completely alone in my room, but secondly doing like, not to insult them, but like frankly some lab rat ass tests, where I'm like doing little puzzles and ooh, let's see how good I am at math. It was just a strange thing. Imagine you were doing like a conventional job interview, and the interviewer, reached in their pocket and whipped out a quick math test and was like, all right, here you go. Which, I mean, the job had a little bit to do with math, but I don't know, it was weird to like play a little. If you've ever played anything like Cool Math Games or Prodigy Math, it kind of had that kind of vibe. Like there was like little noises and chimes where it'd be like, ding, And again, on that one, I got a couple of them like actually wrong, but for the most part, it was because like at one point, I thought it was just select all of the numbers that go together to do the thing. I didn't realize you had to put them in the right sequence, which of course for multiplication and addition, sequence doesn't matter. But whenever the first subtraction question came up, I just clicked the two numbers. I didn't put them in the right sequence. Oh, hello, Cole. Not if there's a viewer named Cole. I am talking to you. Hello, welcome. But no, like I'm just worried about it because I'm like, and there wasn't like a percentage score at the end. It wasn't like, oh, you got 82% correct, or oh, you placed in this percentile. It was just like, okay, good job, you did the game. Whether or not that's good or bad. And then the last game was oh my goodness, if you've ever seen Ex Machina, the movie about Turing tests and AI learning and all that, it was like a Turing test mixed with a personality test. So basically it would be like, which one of these is you? And it would show two pictures, and part of the test was like, understand what's happening in the pictures. Oh, this is a picture of some people partying. This is a picture of someone listening to music alone. Oh, me, I'm a social guy. People partying is more me. And then the other part was, like, hey, it's a personality test. And some of them it was just the picture, and some of them it would have the word over it, like sociable or focused. But some of them were like kind of weird. Like one of them was a picture of a lady, and she's doing kind of the stock photo. She's going like, like one of those. And above her, there's a little light bulb filled with creativity things and imagination. And then in the other one, it's that same lady looking up, doing the exact same photo, except the imagination thing isn't there. And I'm like, okay, so which one is me? Like literally a light bulb over my head with colors splashing in and a paintbrush and oh, cameras and oh, there's a squirrel up there, or is it, I'm just kind of thinking. And if you know anything about this, there's Like some people can actually picture things in their head. Some people like can't see it. Um, I don't see anything when I imagine things. So I clicked the one where she's just kind of. But I mean, should I pick? It was my honest answer, and whenever I take these tests, I always answer honestly because I mean, what's the point in lying? Um, but like, oh, what if someone's going through each of my answers and they see that I picked the girl gone without the light bulb, and instead of thinking, oh, yeah, oh, he probably just doesn't have an explosion of ideas in his head. What if they see that and they go, oh, this numb nuts. He can't imagine nothing for nothing. You know, like I'm imaginative. I just don't see the thing. So to me, the person with big explosion, colors and and pencils and crayons and the word creative written in a swirly Comic Sans. You know, that's just not me. Is that the wrong answer though? Of course, before that test, they're always like, "Oh, there's no wrong answers." It was like, "Oh, there's no wrong answers. Just answer however." There's some wrong answers though. Like sometimes it would be like, "Oh, which one is more you, confident or moral?" And the confident picture would be like some guy in a nice suit, like I don't know, flipping off a crowd or something, and then the moral picture would be like feeding a homeless person, and it's like, okay, which one do I do more often? Flip people off or feed a homeless person? Probably flip people off, if I'm being honest. But I'm, you know, I'll, you know, I'm just not. I'm not exactly Mr. Beast going around handing out sandwiches. Maybe I should be. Maybe I shouldn't flip people off at all. Maybe I should. Next time I feel like flipping someone off, I should go buy a sandwich and give it to them instead. But no, I'm not gonna put that down. Like I want to be the guy who's, you know, going out of his way to, you know, go feed someone who's hungry. But unfortunately, like I don't even I guess every time I feed myself, I'm feeding a hungry person. You know, like I don't know if I've got the resources to be Mr. Beast. Not that they're looking for Mr. Beast, but they're not looking for. Yeah, they want confident over some things. Like if it was like, oh, I'm confident, I'm more confident, or oh, I'm more messy, then you know probably pick more confident. Um, but there was right answers. Confident or moral, pick moral. Um, you know, and I guess that's kind of a. Well, because that's the thing. Because morally, you do want to be a more moral person. So if you pick moral, it's because you value morals more. But if you pick confident, it's because you value confidence more, right? Because a more moral person would pick moral, even if they aren't more moral than they are confident. Because a more moral person would want to value moral more than confidence. And then the timer goes down, and then you're done with the test, and then you haven't answered the first question, and that's why you didn't get the job. Stressful. And there's nice parts of it too, though, because like here I am playing Minecraft instead of going to work. You know, in a weird way, I'd rather be going to work right now because, like, oh, must be so cool not having a job and just getting to chill and play Minecraft. Yeah, you'd think that, but you know, here I am, not enjoying Minecraft as much as I would if I had just gotten finished with a long day of work because number go down, bad. Don't like that. Don't like number go down. Not a fan. Number go up. Number go up. I like number go up. And there's no number go up right now. Number only go down when you're unemployed. And that's a shallow way of looking at things. I mean, that's real shallow. Matter of fact, let's call it what it is. That's that's more confident than moral. That's why I didn't get the job, because I love number go up. If you want the job, maybe you shouldn't have it. It's, if you're nothing without the job, then you shouldn't have it. That's what Tony Stark would say in this situation. Of course, the Tony Stark's a damn billionaire, and I'm over here playing Minecraft in a one-bedroom. So, whatever that means, I guess. Also, these stupid villagers, man. Stop planting watermelons. Either that or do it all in one area. Stop planting them in my wheat. I like watermelon as much as the next guy, but like, cows gotta eat. Which, it's kind of funny because Minecraft, it kind of works the same way as it does in real life, whereas one single watermelon would be enough to sustain a person. It takes 2 things of wheat or alfalfa to feed the cows. Because if you don't know, the amount of land we use to feed cows is like way more than the amount of land we use to feed ourselves. I mean, I guess technically it counts as land we're using to feed ourselves because we're the ones eating the cows and the dairy products. Worth doing research into, though, because dairy farming and cow farming in general is like kind of really inefficient. Whether or not you care about that, that's your pierogies, but I mean, for what it's worth, next time you're going to enjoy a nice cheesy burger with a glass of milk, if that's what you're into, then maybe think about, hey, how many acres of land went into feeding the cow that made all of this food stuff? I'm not saying go without your milk and your burger and your cheese, but maybe it should be a little less, especially considering all those things aren't the best for you. Not telling you what to do, but you know, do everything in moderation. You'll live forever. I just feel like maybe, especially in my specific culture, we might undervalue just how much work goes into this, and we might overconsume this when we could be eating a little bit more of that, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to be the change I want to see in the world on my Michael Jackson-ish, or Batman from Lego Batman, if you believe the rumors. I don't know why I hadn't looked at this stuff before. Be the change I want to see in the world. Maybe, not go full vegetarian, but think about, maybe instead of having this burger, I can have not necessarily a veggie burger, because not everyone's into that, but maybe just some white meats. Chickens are pretty efficient. Which, there's a tangent there. People are always talking about, chickens, the conditions under which chickens are kept is unacceptable and unethical and unfeasible and incomprehensible and yada yada yada. I don't like chickens. I don't think they count. Don't get mad at me for saying this. I don't know if a chicken knows the difference between being in a little 1-foot cage versus free roaming. I don't know. I mean, I haven't spoken to a chicken. My mom has chickens, and she loves those chickens. But I don't know. I guess treatment of chickens is pretty low on my priority list, considering I find that some humans don't get the treatment they exactly deserve. But, I mean, there's something we said there, too, I guess. Maybe we should be worried about the chickens, because chickens, I mean, who mistreats chickens? Humans. Who mistreats humans? It ain't the chickens. So I guess maybe there's some comeuppance there that needs to be settled. All right, well, I've got a good bit of diamond going on here, or a good bit of iron. I think next time we get together, I'll be strip mining for some diamonds. If you want to join me for that, whoever's watching. If you're watching on YouTube, come catch me on Twitch. Maybe there'll be a link down there, depending on if I was a good boy or not. Otherwise, it's constant_struggling02. Come look for me. Come join me. Come be a part of the conversation. I was yapping a whole lot this time, but next time, maybe I'll yap with you. Who knows? Maybe I'll set up a little Discord server. We can yap together. We can chat and play Minecraft and discuss topics like that. Maybe have some little arguments. Maybe you like chickens more than I do. Anyways, thanks for watching if you did, and if you didn't, well, that's quite the paradox.